Hey guys, Eric again. Welcome back to your Swedish tutorial. Right now I'm going to show you how to flip your client over once you've done the entire posterior body, meaning they're in prone position and laying down. And then I'm going to teach you how to do the anterior, or what means the front of the leg. Okay, what I like to do with the sheet, make sure the hands are tucked in. I've already removed the bolster. With my thighs, I'm going to pin the sheet right here. I'm going to come over here, grab the sheet, roll it up, and then I'm going to communicate using a few things to my client. They're already hopefully in a nice, comfortable state of relaxation. So I always like to make sure you communicate on as many levels as possible: auditory, visual, and kinesthetic. So I'm going to say, all right, Corey, in a moment you're going to flip over. You are going to scoot down, so I'm touching his head and the headrest. You're going to scoot down, so that way your head is on the table as I touch the shoulder and the table. So just like that. So in a minute, you're going to flip over, you're going to scoot down, so your head is on the table, because the head cradle is going to be removed. Got it? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I make sure to get the okay if it's their first time. The next thing is I will put my forearms on their back, so that way they don't flip until you're ready. You don't want them prematurely flipping, especially if you don't have your sheets set. So I'll come right here, and then I will say, all right, Corey, go ahead and flip to me. Good boy. All right, remove the head cradle. If you'd like, you can keep the head cradle, and you can give it right back to him. There we go. Nice and comfy. All right, so we're going to drape the same way we did the anterior leg. Give it that little zhuzh. I have my neck border right in there. Grabbing underneath the knee. And again, tucking in at the hip. Okay? The leg right here, it likes to fall out. Okay? So we want to be aware of that. Don't be afraid to grab the leg and move it. And if you need to, holding it there with the one hand, or as we do our palm fanning as we come up, making sure we're maintaining the leg right there so it doesn't just come and fall back out. Okay, our first thing is going to be a muscle called tibialis anterior. Okay, it's on the lateral side of the tibia. In there, I like to rotate the foot in like this. I'm going to use my thumb. I'm going to come in right against the ridge of the tibia, and I'm just going to strip up. Once I get up here, I start feeling more bone. It feels like a cove. If you don't like using your thumb, I actually prefer using the heel of my palm, and I will strip up. Getting that tibialis anterior all the way to that little cove I just spoke of. Because we're stripping up here, we're starting to push all of that tibialis anterior into that little cove, so we're missing a little nook. So it's really nice if you come back down the opposite direction. You get a little bit of that muscle that you didn't get when you were stripping it from inferior to superior. You can take it all the way down. That's pretty much all we're going to do for tibialis anterior. If you wanted to do a little bit of foot stuff, you can. If you want to get the anterior surface where you would just thumb fan down in there on the top, there's not a whole lot to do there. You can just nice and easy thumb fan, thumb fan, thumb fan. So that would look just like this, thumb fan, thumb fan, thumb fan. Okay. Next we have the patella, otherwise known as the kneecap. If you'd like to, for a Swedish technique, we can come in here and we can trace it. Trace, 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 trace. Okay, some people love this, some people hate it. Try this and see if it's something you'd like to keep or something you'd like to get rid of your massage routine. Okay? Then we have the quadriceps right in here. Okay? Most people think that the quads live right on top. That's not exactly accurate. Here we have the adductors. The quads are actually lying more on the side. So if we bring this one up, the quads lay more here on the side than they actually do right on top. So they do lay more on the side right in here. So we're going to warm these up. You need to move that leg, rotate it. Using palms, I'm rotating again out. Now these quads, they're going to be connecting at the patella right in here, and the quads are also coming all the way up to anterior superior iliac spine. So as we fan, this is more the meat of the muscle. You want to focus most of that fanning there, but you want to get some of this fanning so it does get the hip in there and does get a little bit of anterior superior iliac spine. It just feels more complete. You can always throw in a whole leg effleurage in there. It always feels more complete when you get the whole hip, anterior superior. You might even get part of the glutes. From there, we can take it into stripping. Again, at 3-finger stripping, same rules. 3 fingers at the knee, no pressure, 3 fingers above. It's too muscular tendinous right in there, so we want to start with the 3 fingers above right in there. For this, we're going to use 3 to 5 strips, preferably 5. So we're going to strip medial, lateral, and intermedial. We want to take the strip all the way, if we can, to anterior superior iliac spine, lightening up with the pressure as we get there, gliding back, separating the hands and brushing back, and setting ourselves up for our next strip. So like I said, 1 medial, or 1 intermedial, 1 lateral, and 1 medial. We can throw in a few more in there. Okay. An alternate to this tool, if we don't like the 3-finger stripping, is if you want to support the leg down here, and if you want to just throw in a broad palm strip, or a broad palm compression in there, that works really nice for a replacement strip. I offer this because this is another sensitive area on the body. A little bit of pressure can go a long way, and even these 3 fingers might be a little too pokey and might elicit a little bit of shock to the nervous system and the muscle. So this offers a nice alternative in there. As we always fan out, never coming into the inner thigh. We can always end with a leg effleurage, and that will do it for the anterior leg. Alright, hopefully this was helpful. Give it a try, let me know what you think, and be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for joining us again.